else we need, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show where we talk about sports with comedians. And boy, do we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Let's jump in right into it. My man, Howie Bell's in the building. Howie, how you doing, sir?
What's up? What's up, man? I'm trolling. I'm trolling right now. I'm trolling Super Bowl week. You know what I'm talking about, brother?
Trolling. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. My man, Jay's off in the building. Jay, how you doing, sir?
Hey, it's all good. And listen, Frank, before we get into it, it's very important for all these hating ass clowns out here to know this is a show with comedians.
Right.
This shit ain't serious, so take your feelings on somewhere else.
Somebody got any feelings?
Yeah, talk to me, Jay. What you talking about?
Nah. This is for the future stuff, man. I got a feeling, man. You know that somebody from this show about to blow up. You know what I mean? So they started digging into the archives of everything. Do you know that Howie Bell said?
Right.
Man, we talking shit, okay?
Yeah. It's bad for comedians right now, buddy.
It's bad for everybody, man.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah,
it really is. But you know what? It's all good. It comes with the territory. We're gonna get through it, man. We're gonna get through it. All right. So man, after this weekend, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So Howie, I saw some stories, man. I'm gonna put you up here first. I don't know if you happen to see this, Howie Bell, but I gotta read it, man. Benji Taylor, the men's basketball coach at Division II Tuskegee University, was escorted off the court in handcuffs after a post-game incident happened Saturday. Videos posted on social media by HBCU Game Day show Taylor confronting a security officer as players from Tuskegee and rival Morehouse College exchanged handshakes following Saturday's game. After a brief exchange, the officer placed Taylor in handcuffs and led him off the court into a hallway at Morehouse's Forbes Arena. I can't wait to see what Jay's going to say about this, but because Jay went to HBCU.
No, Jay went to Morehouse.
Yeah, and Jay went to Morehouse. Yeah, I want to hear what you said. And Howie, I think you went to HBCU too, right?
I sure did. I graduated from Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina.
So Howie, talk to me, man, about these HBCUs, man. Just you heard the story. I want to hear from your perspective right out the gate. If you hearing a HBCU college coach being escorted in handcuffs off the court after a game. I got to hear this.
Did we know why?
Yes, according to all of these reports, it was because of a confrontation that happened during the game and a little bit after the game. Words were exchanged, things like that. That's basically what I read. It's insane to me, but again, it is from words. You know what I mean? It wasn't nobody physically handcuffed. It was words. Words.
Yeah. So that just sounds. I mean, what were these words? That I'm gonna kill you after this is over.
Let off in handcuffs, bro.
I mean, I don't. What were these words? You know what I mean? So I've never. We are living in the weirdest times right now, bro.
Ain't that the truth?
You know what I'm saying? Where, I mean, people are literally like getting snatched off of your job or out your car or whatever. So this just falls right in line with everything else. I'm not sure if it was ICE related, but man, that's wild. Right after the game, I'm coming to get you after the handshake.
While they're doing the handshake line, they want, teams going this way, teams going this way.
Yeah.
While that's happening after the game,
the police waiting on them.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know what was exchanged, but it had to be a death threat. It had to be when you walk in your home, when you get home, it's going to blow up. It had to be something, you know what I'm saying, to make them, what other reason would they have to arrest him? Other than a warrant or anything like that, you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you.
Like that.
Howie, I agree with you, but my thing is this. When we're at the times we're in right now, HBCUs need to be standing above everybody, especially with the times we're in now. You know what I mean? But let me see what Jay got to say first.
I don't know if how is this HBCU relate? Like, I get it that it was Tuskegee, and I get it that
it was at an HBCU game, and because a coach got handcuffed on the court, which never happened before, it made Sports Center, bro. That's what bothered me. That's how I found out about the story, and it's the leading story on Yahoo right now. And you know what I mean? You got. Like we can't be leading because of anything else, but when it's negative now, HBCUs now we get storylines with people getting headline. That's what's bothering me.
At the beginning of Black History Month.
Yeah, it's the second day, bro. It actually happened.
Okay, all right. That okay, all right. Well, whatever egregious racial stance that they're doing for this still don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even some of the racist shit makes sense. Oh, well, he did this. You know what I mean? But this don't even make sense. But I digress.
Yeah, let me see what Jay got to say. Jay, it's your alma mater, man. Talk to me. Tell me what you thought about this, bro.
As a proud Morehouse alum, I can tell you everybody can get that smoke with that. You know what I mean? Listen, and I say anybody can get the smoke because prior to Forbes Arena, like when I was in school at Morehouse, we used to play like in a way smaller gym, like almost like a high school gym, to be honest. And I was at a game as a student, but I used to get there early and sit right on the sideline, and I would be talking cash shit to the referees. You hear me? Bro, when I say I was talking cash shit, I was talking so much shit one night. The ref called the cops. He stopped the game. Get him out of here. The only thing missing was the handcuffs. Okay? The cops went and moved me out the gym. So what I'm saying is that happens, right? Now, I can say this, man, because it's been circulating, in the Morehouse Spelman group since Saturday. I mean, one, it's a wild thing to happen, but Morehouse security really ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like they don't act up unless you act the whole fool. So what I know is, for sure is, had the coach just took his ass to the locker room after they got that L, he wouldn't have left in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Now mind you, all they did, was like got him off the court, escorted him into the hallway, chilled him out, and then they unhandcuffed him, and then he got on the bus and they left. Right? But it's the
optics.
Yeah, it's the optics of, oh man, HBCU coach got handcuffed and carried to court, bro. Because okay, now what allegedly happened was some Morehouse football players got in line for the handshake line, right? When the game was over, the players are lining up, and they was like, good game, good game, good game, good game. Allegedly, some football players from the stands got on the court and they got in the in the line, and they was talking shit to the players, slapping hands. The coach felt the way about it, which he should, but you gotta understand, dude, Tuskegee is probably like our most heated rivalry outside of Clark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like to beat them means something, bro. And Morehouse, we only care about basketball. We don't care what the football team does ever, right? So the coach got in his feelings. I mean, what I saw, the two video clips, you can see the coach saying something to security, and see security saying, like, man, just go ahead with that, man. Just go into the locker room and leave us alone. He wouldn't. So he grabbed the cuffs, put his hands behind his back, walked him off the court, took him in the hallway, and what I read, on ESPN with the article, I mean, thank God, it ain't there no more now. They took him in, in a hallway in the arena, chilled him out, took the handcuffs off. He went out, got on the bus with his players, and they went back to country ass Tuskegee.
Okay. All right. So I guess it wasn't as bad as it seemed, because it seemed so bad to me. I was upset, bro. I was upset.
But you know what, though? But with that being said, he's obviously was still talking shit or saying whatever. They still didn't have to handcuff him, though. They could have walked him. Yeah. They could have walked him to that little, wherever you going, the tunnel.
I was almost as upset as I was when I read the article that Millennia beat out over the week. I was highly upset when I read that article. But
Howie, there are certain trigger words that you cannot utter.
Yeah, like bitch ass nigga.
Listen. If he put the braces on him, he was talking crazy. Okay?
Yeah, you can't say certain stuff.
They ain't doing that. You being a calm person.
Yeah.
You saying trigger words.
You are. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are a lot of trigger words. He
bans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the main one. That would get you every time.
We
know he said all the correct words for that to happen.
He checked all the boxes. He said
all of them.
He checked all the boxes. All right, Howard, let's move it on, bro. Let's see. I don't know if you all heard this next story. I'm sure y'all did, because y'all up and about and everything else. Our arbitrator ruled this morning in favor of Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and the salary dispute with the NBA that arose after He was federally indicted in a gambling investigation. Rozier's salary, which had been held in escrow since December, will be released after the arbitrator found that under the terms of the CBA, players cannot be put on unpaid leave other than cases of domestic abuse or child abuse. So Terry Rozier about to get his money, Howie. He getting his money. I don't know if it means anything more about guilt or innocence, but at least he's getting his money. What you think about this, Howie? Because you know this thing.
He gonna need that money for legal fees for another issue.
Man gotta pay his lawyers, man.
Yeah, he got bills he gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? So that was right on time. You know, so he needed that because he in the skillet. That's a whole nother issue. You know what I'm saying? But glad he got his money. But you know, shit, you got it to give to Cash App to send to somebody else. And Cash App him $1.8 million.
Jay,
took out 200,000.
Right now, I got to pay that to legal. I got to pay that legal. Jay, what's your thought? Jay, what's your thought?
Hey, the first thing I thought about was the scene from Friday. You know when Smokey and all them, was shooting dice with Debo and them. Smokey said, "I won. Run me my money."
Yeah.
And Debo said, "You what?" I lost.
Yeah.
Because that's what's about to happen. He about to get his money ran to him, but he ain't gonna have it much longer. You know what I mean? Listen, bro.
Yeah.
They withheld $26.6 million.
Was it that much?
Yeah.
$27 million, man.
Damn.
$26.6 million they withheld from this man.
Ooh.
So, man, run that man his bread, bro.
Yeah, they can't cash out him $26 million.
No, sir.
I don't know how he survived. I don't know how he survived not knowing if his money was gonna get released or not. I don't all that time because
he got a whole lot of IOUs out there. That's how you're surviving.
Yeah,
it's
February. Yeah. And then the next thing I wanted to read to you guys, and because we talked about this too, is the WNBA and the Players Union met for a few hours this morning, and just in case, in several weeks they tried to stall the collective bargaining negotiations from being stalled to trying to move it forward. So basically, they said they can't talk about it. You know, all the players and the representatives going back and forth said they can't talk about whether or not they were able to move forward or not. But they had some issues, and they will be able to move forward with this and on video calls and everything else. So it's moving forward a little bit. My thought, Howie Bell, is I don't think the WNBA is getting what they want. You know what I mean? I don't see they're getting what they want just yet. You know what I mean? They agreed to some stuff that hadn't changed. But it's still not right now. It's not where it was at the stalemate. You know what I mean, Howie? So, what's your take on Howie Bell?
So it's moving a little bit.
Yeah, it's moving a little bit. Moving forward. It's moving forward. So it won't be. So they won't have. By the time the season starts around, they won't have a walkout. You know what I mean?
Right. I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, man. I think those ladies deserve, what they're asking for. But goes back to what Jay has always been talking about financially, that the WNBA can't afford it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He talked about that months and months and months ago. You know what I'm saying about them not being able to basically afford what they're demanding, and that the association itself could go under as a result. You know what I mean? So, and they're getting that help from the NBA, which that could be in jeopardy. They could be in jeopardy losing that too. I don't know. I think that they need help. Shit, the NBA need help right now. You know what I'm saying? With their All-Star weekend and coming up, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff in a couple weeks. Just, hey man, hey ladies. Get what y'all can get, man. Go back to the table in a couple of years, man. Put something in there, where we can go back and renegotiate this in 3 years. Put a clause in there or something like that.
Yeah.
That way you can get moving, but you do have it in there where this has to come back up for negotiation in a certain amount of years. I think that's what they should do. Yeah.
You're right about that, Howie, because the NBA do need help because what they're doing right now, getting ready to put on the floor for the NBA slam dunk competition, man, if they're going to do that, they should just blank that night out, if you ask me.
What are they proposing?
Well, right now, they're going to have the slam dunk competition as is, but they're having a hard time getting people to participate. They got 4 people right now, 4 people, and the the guy who won the last couple of years,
McClung.
yeah, he's not participating. So,
We didn't see him enough.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants to participate anyway. But at the end of the day, you're right about that part, Howard. Where you at, Jay? Where you at, Jay? What's your thoughts on the WNBA and the Players Union, even though they met today?
Hey, like I said, man, the last thing they want to do is do a walkout.
Right,
like,
I said the same thing.
That is terrible for business for them, and it's really a catch-22 if you think about it, because they don't make a ton of money, but they make more money than the average person does, right? You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of the dude getting up and, the guy and the woman that gets up and goes to work at a job every day. So I get that, but I don't understand how you can ask for astronomical salaries. Like they want $1 million salaries, because in their mind, they are as good as NBA players. One, that's not true. I mean, they're very good at what they do, for their skill set and for the level that they play on. But also within that, they have never turned a profit as a business.
That's what I was trying to remember what you talked about. They never turned a profit.
They've never turned a profit as a business. So how do you demand? Oh, okay, Howie, let's say me and you open up a barbershop, and we got 4 dudes on chairs. Every month we losing money, but we still paying these dudes a salary because we believe in in the vision of the place.
Mm-hmm.
And these dudes come to us, hey dog, listen, if you can't pay, if you can't triple what you already paying us, then we gonna walk out. Choice? So how what choice we got? Hey, y'all gotta hit the street, playboy.
Gotta let it walk out.
Because you want me to go further in debt to give you something as a person that keeps showing up to a job in a business that's not generating the revenue to sustain itself. So I get it in that. Especially for the players that play for the New York Liberty, the LA Sparks, the Seattle, whatever that is, because those are expensive cities to live in. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to live in New York City, making $60,000 a year. Yeah. And I think, I scanned the article, but one of the stipulations was housing. Like they want them, to like give them some form of housing that allows them to live, like in a comfortable kind of way. And also, man, they recognizable on the street. So they can't just have a walk up, anywhere here in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? They got to be safe too.
That's true.
So I get it in that it's certain things that I think they should focus on. To me, salary is a part of it, but you ain't generating money. So that's a tough place to go. But I think that if you sell the safety concern, and that, like, we should at least have a place where where the owners can buy a building,
like a village,
apartment building. We all live in the building.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like a Liberty WNBA village, where
exactly something like that. Then I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. But if they pressing to get like $3-4 million a year, come on, man, that's just not. That's just that don't make no sense at all to me.
Hey Frank, let me say one thing I need to. So I'm gonna say this though. I think some of those players deserve a meal. You got some popular. It ain't that many. You know what I'm saying? But you might have 4 or 5 of them that deserve a meal. But my question is this though: what will happen if they do have a walkout? Does the WNBA hire scab players like the NFL did years ago? Mm-mm. Do they go around hiring basketball players that strip now? You know what I'm saying? To come in and play for the WNBA. Now, how does that work? If they walk out, do they hire replacements? Is what I'm saying.
Hey, I got ESPN gonna double up on the cornhole and the pickleball. That's what's gonna happen.
No replacements.
All right. I got to change the subject, guys.
Okay.
I just saw this right now. It just happened on ESPN. ESPN just dropped the news that the Timberwolves are aggressively pursuing Giannis, and they have a great chance of getting him right now. So it looked like Giannis Antetokounmpo might be headed to Minnesota. Don't know who he's going to go for. And I was going to talk about the NBA trades, in a bit, but this is like breaking news.
Yeah.
So Minnesota Timberwolves are aggressively in their pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo, including approaching a third and fourth teams to get the deal done. So it looked like it's going to be a 4-team deal. And Brian Windhorst just revealed that on NBA Today less than an hour ago, even though the Bucks out there making counter offers to other people. I'm going to say this for the record. I'd be really interested to know who Giannis is, who's leaving Minnesota for Giannis. Like, are they making a trade for Anthony Edwards? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure out,
No, I can tell you, because on the ESPN page, I was reading it earlier today. There were 6 teams that made offers for him.
Right.
And they gave the list of what those teams were offering.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those teams was Minnesota. And out of all those teams, one thing stood out to me now that you say that Minnesota is the front runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota would get Giannis Antetokounmpo, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and Gary Trent Jr. I didn't see another team including his brother in the trade. Let me say that, right?
Yep.
But Milwaukee would get R.J. Barrett, Joan Behringer, Rob Dillingham, Julius Randle, Terrence Shannon Jr., 2026 first round pick, 2029 first round pick, 2028 round swap with Timberwolves, 2030 first round swap via Timberwolves and Spurs for worst of Bucks and Trailblazers, 2027 second round pick via the Cavaliers, 2030 second round pick via better Timberwolves and Warriors, and the 2031 second round pick.
So if you want,
that's what Minnesota's offering.
If you want to give away the farm, that sounds like the farm to me.
Man, I mean that's
taking his bum ass brother.
Yeah, that's the farm. What you think about that? What you just heard from that, Howie? What you just heard Jay say?
All that for Giannis to go get harassed by ICE.
I ain't even think about that shit.
He going to Minnesota.
A big ass 7-foot African getting harassed by rednecks.
Man, they gonna make that motherfucker show. I play for the team, but we don't care. Prove your citizenship paper.
Listen to how he say them words.
The funniest part is they won't even recognize his brother. His brother gonna be in Africa, but they ain't realize. No.
Man, I'm telling you.
We going back to 1619, dog. We chasing real Africans now, bro.
I'm telling you, man. They gonna be like, boy, you talk funny.
By the time they haven't figured out how his brother will be in Africa or touching the ground.
Bro, listen.
I don't know if that's a good look for them.
But honestly, man, so to me, I felt like Miami, had a really good offer on the table for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miami, would get Giannis, but Miami would give up Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, Khalil Rare, 2029 first round pick, 2030 swap picks, and the 2031 first round pick.
And that benefits Milwaukee. Milwaukee would be better immediately with that.
And Tyler Hero is from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hometown boy comes. You can market that, bro. So, I feel like Miami had a really, really good offer on the table. They all were good. And then I saw one with Philadelphia that included Paul George and VJ Edgecombe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Plus a 28 first round pick and a 2030 first round pick.
If I was Milwaukee, I would have took that too, because VJ is a future star.
It's about to be that dude, bro.
He's a star. Yeah, he's a star. He's gonna be one of the most unstoppable guards in the league. Really.
Yeah, I like him.
But Paul George juicing messed that deal up.
He probably did. All right, let me go back to what back to the regularly scheduled stuff, man. Justin Jefferson, Howie Bell, went on record and said that we'd likely be better if Sam Darnold stayed. And
what? I said, what? You mean what? For real?
This is his quote. Howie Bell. Everybody knows the difficulty of the quarterback position this year, how we all dealt with it. But having a quarterback that already had a season under his belt with us, knew the plays, knew the playbook, knew the players, throwing to me, Jordan Addison, TJ Hackinson, all of these guys, I definitely feel like we would have done much better. Howie, I don't think that brother lied. That's how you tell the truth, Howie Bell. That's how you tell the truth.
Yeah, he told the truth, and I like Jefferson, man. I think he's absolutely one of the best receivers in the NFL by far,
question.
If not,
no question.
Yeah.
But this is a prime example of him seeing his boy go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That could have been us.
He said,
He did
"Man,
that
I
year."
knew we should have kept him." It's a little bit more of, you know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of hindsight here, it's 2020 type thing. You know what I'm saying? But because if he wouldn't have went to the Super Bowl, they probably wouldn't even be talking about it. If he got put out in the playoffs early, you know what I'm saying? This probably wouldn't be a conversation. But since he's in the Super Bowl and they lost him, you know what I'm saying? That's, now it's a conversation. Justin Jefferson's like, my quarterback in the Super Bowl without me. And so that's kind of what it boils down to.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Get through. Last year they won 14 wins. This year
Right.
they got 14 wins. I think that's what he's going with. Like, that dude still got 14 wins on a completely different team, and not too many players in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't think that ever happened.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I'm with that. Where you at with this, Jay? Because Justin Jefferson, he came out and said it publicly to the USA Today. What you think about this, Jay?
Man, listen. Duh. You know what I mean? Listen, I told you guys when they first drafted that kid, man, I was like, that dude ain't it, man.
Yeah.
He is not. JJ McCarthy, I mean, they love, to talk about, well, he won a national championship. They won that championship running with them running backs. You know what I'm saying? What he did was the bare minimum, and they drafted him off potential. He has the tools, in the short pants Olympics, at the combine, he ran a good 40 time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's, they are basing all that stuff on things ain't got nothing to do with playing football.
Right.
Go to the tape of this dude, man. He was never asked to run an NFL type situation. Now, Sam Darnold, I kind of get why they might have felt a little hesitant because they made the playoffs and he was trash in that playoff game.
Yeah.
But I just think that they ran into a team that had the right scheme to take him out of the picture. You know what I mean? And they weren't like a great team. I mean, they weren't loaded like that. And then for them, it was a 1-year deal. And Stan wanted to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And he should have gotten paid. And he did get paid. And he's proven to you why. But they had already drafted McCarthy in the top 10 or the top 11 picks. I forget where he went. I want to say 10 or 11. So he's on the payroll for like big money. So you can't afford to keep sitting this dude because you took him in the first round. Especially for a dude who looked terrible once he got to the playoffs. I kind of understand it. You know what I'm saying? Getting up off of him. But at the same time, if you don't take McCarthy, you ain't in this situation.
I agree.
Vikings made a mistake, man.
Huge mistake.
They made a mistake. That's all. And Justin Jefferson is like, why ain't over there? Why he ain't here? It's still hindsight is 2020. Like, it's over, man. Y'all made a mistake. Y'all didn't think he was a Super Bowl quarterback. Y'all didn't think he was. Y'all didn't think he was of that caliber.
Most importantly, y'all didn't feel the need to pay him what his request was because all he was asking for was a little small slight bump up. He wasn't asking for no huge amount of money. He just was asking for what he felt he deserved, and he did deserve it, so he got it.
And didn't they hoist him up in the locker room and do all that stuff?
They did all that.
He was still going to be underpaid as NFL starting QBs go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the average QB getting like 50 mil a year.
He won
was like 33, something like that, 33, 34 mil a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Pay the man.
He wasn't breaking the bank.
You had him on a discount.
Speaking of football, the Raiders just hired Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak as their next head coach, Howie Bell. You like that hire?
I do. That's funny, man. A lot of these coordinators been coming up on these jobs. But yeah, I do.
Black ones.
Not the black. Well, that's they showed a picture today on ESPN of all the hirings and all the teams. And it was just weird that once again, second day of Black History Month, and nobody was black. Nobody was black that got hired filled all these positions.
We can't celebrate no black people in the NFL this month.
But I mean, Seahawks offensive coordinator. he's obviously he's good. He got him, this far. But I want to say this though: how do they hire these dudes before the season, before they get through playing?
You got to.
Yeah, you got, or you're gonna lose out.
You got to.
Out. Yeah,
that makes it weird, man. I think that makes it weird because you got games to play, or like in this case, the Super Bowl to play. I just kind of weird. That's all. Because we lost Detroit. We lost ours like that. Like a week or two. You know what I'm saying, before the shit was over. And it just, to me, it just bad. I don't like the aura around that.
Well, Jay, what's your take on obviously Raiders hiring Seattle offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak?
He's a really good OC, I can tell you that. And he comes, like his dad, was an NFL OC and former player, and his brother's a really good OC too. Mm-hmm. So he knows his stuff. The only problem is he's going to the Raiders, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you can bring back Vince Lombardi, man. With Don Shula and Chuck Nolan's assistants, they ain't doing shit in Las Vegas.
But Jay, he's getting the number one pick, man. That's not going to change nothing.
What that mean?
You get the number one pick. You get the number one pick.
What that mean? Listen, that quarterback ain't gonna be nothing, man.
That's true.
Do not fool yourself into thinking that kid out of Indiana is gonna be a franchise player. He ain't that. I'm telling you now. Mm-hmm. So
if they're playing, they gotta take him, don't they?
No, you ain't gotta take him. What you gotta do is take the best player.
You gotta trade him.
Or what you could do is take that number one pick and trade to
a team.
Trade down.
Yeah, trade down and trade to a team and get. That's what I would do. You know what I mean?
If there's somebody who really loves him like that, which I don't think serious teams love him like that, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm a Florida State fan, man. I watch college football. This kid was at Cal Berkeley last year. Mm-hmm. Florida State had the worst record in like 50 years last year. They won 2 games. One of those wins was against Cal Berkeley. Okay? He ends up going to Indiana on a team that's like older than the average age is older than like NFL rosters. You know what I'm saying? Playing against college kids. And he looked great within that scheme, within that system. But the NFL schemes to your weaknesses. And he got a lot of weaknesses. And I'm telling you, he ain't going to be what everybody trying to make him out to be, man. I'm telling you this. Just take the best player and move on.
Yeah, I would start probably with defense because obviously, you got to build out.
Yeah, defensive end. Yeah, somebody like that.
That's what I would do. Howie Bell,
offensive lineman.
That means since that hire happened, we got to talk about the Arizona Cardinals, Howie, because the Arizona Cardinals ended up hiring the Rams offensive coordinator, Mike LaFleur, as the next head coach. What you think about that? Because the Cardinals are just as bad as the Raiders, if you ask me. They neck and neck. You know what I mean? But they both are rebuilding. They both, getting a lot, to work with at the draft.
And the Lions wind up picking their older ex-offensive coordinator from that big head. Hopefully he's smart, you know what I'm saying, the coordinator. But
you got a cranium, bro.
Yeah, but they replaced him with LaFleur, who is, I think his brother is a coach, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
is he the head coach of the Packers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's LaFleur. That's his brother. Yeah. So I mean, I guess he got the pedigree. It's in the family and all this kind of stuff. It's a third LaFleur too, I think, somewhere. But I guess this shit sounds like nepotism and all this guy. I mean, it just don't sound. You know what I mean? It don't sound like they hired him just because he was awesome. You know what I'm saying? Or great, or you know what I mean? Yeah. But he's from the Rams, and the Rams had a really good team and a really good offense. So he is qualified in some shape, form, or fashion. But this does sound like, all these coaching hirings, man, it sound like good old boys looking out for each other, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, Jay, talk to me. Tell me what your thoughts are on Arizona Cardinals hiring Rams offensive coordinator Mike LaFleur.
Hey, man, like I said, it's the Cardinals, bro. They ain't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, he'll be looking for a new job in about 2-3 more seasons. You know what I'm saying? He'll be a coordinator, all over again. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. If you can get the chance, to be elevated, to say you did it, but it's not a great situation. And there are reasons why teams are traditionally bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're bad year in and year out, where they're only good about, twice every 12 or 13 years, there's a reason for that. That's ownership.
Yeah.
And ownership doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? So all those things that are intrinsic, to the nature of how that team operates, are still there. Now, he might come in and have a flash in the pan like what Stefanski did with the Browns, but in statistics, man, you always revert to the mean. Whatever the regular is, you might get above it, but you always gonna come back down. You know what I mean? So that's what it's gonna be.
100%. All right, Howie, we going back to the NBA because we got to talk about the NBA trade deadline is Thursday. Okay. Among the serious suitors, we talked about this just a little bit. We talked about Minnesota Timberwolves right now. They're heavy suitors. But before I did the show, I found out that the New York Knicks, the Golden State Warriors, and now we know now the Miami Heat and the Minnesota Timberwolves are all looking to try to land, obviously, Giannis. While we were doing the show, it looked like that Minnesota's going to bleed it. But let's just say it's out there. What's your thoughts right there, Howie, for the teams? Which are those teams that you like him to go to? Because right now it looked like Minnesota is handing over the damn whole, the whole kick caboodle, man. You know what I mean? But where would you like to see Giannis land at?
I think he could have went took Houston over the top. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I think Houston was prepared and ready for somebody like him. To fight through that West. Even the Lakers. LeBron's possibly not going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So that might have been a really good spot for Giannis to wind up. They'd have turned him into a Laker legend. So I look at those. I'm surprised that he is being sought after so hard by Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where else. Maybe Miami. We talked about that before. Maybe Miami might have been a good landing spot for him as well. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, we'll see. I'm just not sure. And isn't he still injured?
Yeah, slightly.
Is he injured though? You know what I mean?
No, he's not really. He's trade injured. He's trade injured.
Is he really hurt?
Right.
Yeah.
He got a slight illness. I got you.
He got a trade injury.
But Jimmy Butler is really hurt.
Yeah, he's right.
And they had Jimmy Butler added in the proposal for the Golden State Warriors.
That's funny.
You trying to include a dude who ain't gonna be available for a year?
Yeah.
In a trade proposal? You already know you ain't getting him.
Yeah, because Golden State were pursuing him. What I thought. You know what I'm saying?
But let's
no shot.
Jay, let me let you answer this, Jay. And first of all, White Chalk is in the building. White Chalk, what's happening?
What's up, White
Good
Chalk?
guys, how you doing? In honor of D. Jones, feast your eyes on this baby right here.
Oh Lord,
D. Jones ain't here, Steve, so that don't mean nothing.
That's okay. See this here?
Yeah.
We all we need, boys.
All right. I'm gonna get you back to that.
I see you.
All right, so Jay, talk to me about literally what you think about this trade right now that's possible, that's getting ready to happen. Where are you seeing at the situation at right now? Do you think it's gonna be Miami, Minnesota, Golden State, which is ridiculous with what they offered, or let's see, New York Knicks? Because right now the Knicks are on a 6-game winning streak.
Something like that. They're doing good.
Yeah, 7-game winning streak right now. The Knicks have some stuff to offer. Golden State really doesn't. Minnesota is giving the world, like they're giving away damn near like their whole team. You know what I mean? And you got the
everything.
Heat. Yeah, you got the Heat. It looked like he's going to Minnesota, but besides what it looked like, where do you think it'd be best for him to land?
You hear that typing?
Yeah.
I'm sending chocolate, some kerosene, and a box of matches. Burn all that shit.
Hold on, White Chocolate. Somebody want to say something to you. D. Jones is in the building. D. Jones.
What up, chocolate?
D. Jones, baby, check it out.
All we got.
We got all we need, baby.
Let them get that out. Now let me go back to Jay. Jay, what's your thoughts, Jay?
I just sent D. Jones a gallon of kerosene and a box of matches too. Okay, and listen, I'm committed, man. You know how much kerosene costs right now?
Right.
It ain't cheap.
You know what I mean? Listen, I love the Miami Heat. And honestly, I think that's the best landing spot for him in terms of, one, it makes sense in a lot of ways that Tyler Hero is a really good young player who is from Milwaukee. They're going to throw in, Terry Rozier, who I think is going to beat this case that he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Who is another pretty good player. They're giving up 2 first rounders, I think, or something like that. But for Giannis, he's gonna go to an organization that's committed to winning. Like Giannis is 31, 32 years old now, man. I mean, the window is not going to be wide open for him, very long. Right. So he has to go someplace where they're going to be committed to helping him win every year, year in and year out. Now, if he's making decisions to make sure that they got his bum ass brother, on the roster or whatever, like that's a deal breaker, then take your ass to Minnesota, man. But you ain't gonna do nothing out of Minnesota. They ain't never done nothing ever.
Yeah.
Right? Miami's made the finals 3-4 times post LeBron and D Wade. With dudes that you can't even remember. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna put a good core around him, and they got the best coach in the league. I don't care what nobody say. No coach is better than Spo.
Yeah. No.
So go to Miami. Florida has no state income tax. All that money you making is gonna go a whole lot further.
Steve, what you think about this? What you think about the NBA trade deadline with Giannis? You heard the 4 teams. What do you think? Where would you like him to go?
I agree with Jay. I think Miami sounds like the best fit for him. They don't have to give up Bam Adebayo, right? Is that the guy's name?
Right.
They have the best coach. You got Pat Riley at the helm up there. The Minnesota deal is crazy. All those guys plus all those picks. You're giving away your team. And what's he going to have? Him and his brother, and that's it? That makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah. It'd be like Carmelo to the Knicks all over again when they gave everybody up to get him.
Listen, here's the problem with these guys. They're more focused on their individual stuff. If he really wants to win championships, he should go to Miami. That's the bottom line. If he just wants money and endorsements and be the face and lose, then go to Minnesota.
I got to say, Bam Adebayo with Giannis would be scary. That's a scary thought. That's a real scary thought. All right, D. Jones is in the building. D. Jones, what do you think about this, man? Giannis, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the show, but Giannis looks like he's going to go to Minnesota. Everybody's been talking about it right now. It's up there, but you got the Minnesota Timberwolves, you got the New York Knicks, you got the Golden State Warriors, and the Miami Heat. You know what I mean? The craziest thought is the Golden State Warriors because they got Jimmy Butler in that trade. That make no damn sense. And Minnesota is giving away damn near half their team in their future. What you think, D. Jones?
Correct.
Well, I heard Golden State got the most draft picks to give away.
They do.
Four first round draft picks or something like that, which is crazy. So that they might want that instead of those players, those draft picks. Secondly, JB Bickerstaff currently is the best coach in the NBA. I don't know
beat me to it.
Talking about.
I was about to say Bickerstaff is the best coach, bro.
He's the best. Thank you, Howie.
If he's the best coach, if you go by record, yes. But if you go by scheme and overall performance for the last couple of years, ain't nobody beating out Spo. Everybody know that. Ain't nobody beating out Spo.
If Spo get Giannis, Bickerstaff going to the crib, bro.
Yeah.
If they gonna have to trade everybody from Cleveland to get him.
Yeah,
I mean, from Miami.
No.
I tell you,
no. They only offer 2. They only offer 2 players, bro.
3 players.
I want Tyler Hero for the Pistons. Then you can do whatever you want to do. I don't care if Miami do get Giannis. He gonna be hurt. Who else they got? Him and Norman Powell.
Bam
Adebayo.
Okay.
Bam and Powell.
They got Bam. I'm not scared of that team. I think Boston's still better than them. I think the Pistons still better than them. I think the Knicks still gonna be better than them. Go ahead and take Giannis. We'll be all right.
We'll see. We'll see. Now, the next thing is I want to ask, because there's a couple other players out here for the trade. But before I get to that, Howie Bell, I had a thought, and I wanted to ask you all this thought. And this is my thought, Howie. We are literally a year after the Luka trade to the Lakers. Do you think the Lakers are the same, better, or worse a year later? And tell me why.
They're better because of him. That's why. But not that much better. So, did they make an improvement? Yeah. But was it this big blow-up improvement? No, the experiment ain't quite worked out yet. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens when LeBron leaves. If this thing, really was what they wanted it to be.
Okay, so you're going on the record. You're going. It's a little bit better, not that much.
It's a little better, but I think the real payoff is going to be after LeBron is gone. I think they got Luka because they wanted him to be the future of the team.
Okay, that's very true. Jay, where you at with the Luka trade a year later? It's literally a year later. Luka trade made the Lakers better, worse, the same, and tell me your reason why.
They're better and worse. So they're kind of the same, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that they can win a championship. So they can win a championship last year. So to me, it's the same. Mainly because they're better in that they got a year together, and they got a little bit more chemistry. Him, LeBron, and the rest of the supporting cast. But they're worse, so much worse, and that teams have figured out how to exploit Luka defensively.
Mhm.
Like they know that he's just a total liability defensively. So they figured out how the Lakers were hiding him and how to make him pop up out of there to take advantage of him, which is why their record is not great when they got guards with size who can shoot and attack because there's nothing he can do about it.
Okay.
So I say they're kind of the same.
Where you at with this, Steve? What's your thoughts? Better, worse, the same with Luka, the Lakers?
Well, it's hard to say because he doesn't play defense, but they're probably, I would say, slightly better because you got him. He scores a ton of points. The defense thing aside, and you also have who's the center that's tearing it up for them? What's his name?
DeAndre Ayton.
Him. He's having a better year this year, and that means LeBron doesn't have to carry the load. So for them,
he's still a bum. He's having a better year than he has in the last couple of years, but he ain't worth that contract.
Well,
right?
let me steal Jay's line. The best ability is availability, and for the most part, he's been available, and Anthony Davis has not.
Was never. Yeah.
So I think it makes them. I think overall, if he's healthy, they're better. I don't know if they'll win the championship, but they're in first place in the division, and they have an opportunity to be better.
What do you think, D. Jones? Better, worse, the same?
Healthy AD, top 6 in the league. Like a healthy AD is crazy. Problem is he ain't never healthy. So,
right. That's 2 weeks a year.
Yeah. So, and Luka, I'm telling you what's sad is that I would have loved to see Slim Luka with prime LeBron. They would never lose. But LeBron a little older. So I'm gonna have to go the same. All
right, now let's jump back into this trade talk. And D. Jones is gonna like this one. I'm gonna say this right now, D. Jones, you're gonna like this trade talk because the list of players out there who are on the block are Anthony Davis, Golden State Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga, the New York Knicks, Michael Porter Jr., and the Grizzlies, Ja Morant. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because there's talk in the circles that Michael Porter Jr. is going to land on the Detroit Pistons. That's the big thing right now. So, being that we talked about the trade talk and everything else, Howie Bell, which one do you like at going where? You know what I mean? You got Anthony Davis, Jonathan Kuminga, Michael Porter, Ja Morant.
I got Anthony Davis going to the Harlem Globetrotters.
He need to go to the Washington Generals. That's where he needs to go.
I didn't want to do him that bad and put him on the Generals, but I just said the Globetrotters. He can be in that bit.
Spinning balls.
Yeah, you say which one's the best? He's got to be the worst person on the list. Ja Morant, man, I like Ja Morant. I think whoever gets Ja Morant is going to improve their team. I think that him getting out of Memphis and going somewhere different in a better, environment with a couple other players, man, that got that same type of drive he had. I think because his upside still hasn't been tapped into yet. I think that Ja Morant got a long way to go, man. He just was immature, and I think that was part of his issue. But whoever gets Ja Morant, I think that's the guy.
Yeah. Where do you think Ja Morant's going to go, though? Where do you think? Where you see him landed at?
I don't know why I like Houston. I just want to. I don't know why Houston is attractive to me because it seems like they're just missing something to put down there with Durant, man. I would love to see him go to Houston. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he can handle Houston. You know what I'm saying? I don't
know.
He cannot. But
yeah,
Houston got Fred VanVleet. Soon as he gets better, I don't know if he's going to be out for the year. But as soon as he gets better, Houston's going to be all right. You know, Houston's going to be all right. So I see your point. I get your point.
Yeah.
Let me see what Jay. D. Jones fell off. Okay. Jay, what's your thoughts on this? You got, like I said, you got Anthony Davis, Jonathan Kuminga, Michael Porter Jr., and Ja Morant. And the scary thing is, man, I think if Michael Porter Jr. goes to it's my thought. I think if Porter Jr. goes to the Pistons can win the NBA championship, bro. I think, because he could shoot and he could drive the basket and all that. But don't let me put words in your mouth. Who you like, and where? Where you, Jay?
I mean, first, let me say, if they trade Michael Porter Jr., it's guaranteed I would not see a Brooklyn Net game this year. Okay? Because he's the only person worth going to watch right now, at all. But to me, Ja is the most talented person.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a legitimate franchise player.
Yes, he is.
But in the arena, his problem is, from the parking lot beyond. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So, and the best landing spots for him, Houston would be great, like Howie said.
It would be.
And I think Miami would be even better. But the problem with Florida and Texas is that they open carry states.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. That's true.
And they got some of the best strip clubs on planet Earth.
That's true too. That's true too. That's true too.
You know what I mean? So he can't go to the best basketball situation because he can't manage the parking lot
He can't control
and beyond.
Dang, that's sad too.
Steve, I will
That's
go
terrible.
to you next. Steve, I will go to you, but D Jones is dropping in and out. So let me get his thought process first. D Jones, the guys I said, you got AD, Jonathan Kuminga, Michael Porter Jr., and Ja Morant. And I keep saying it. I've said it a couple times now. Michael Porter Jr. There's a relationship of him trying to go to your Detroit Pistons, bro. And I said it on this show just now. If he goes there, that's be a wrap for your team, bro. That'd be a wrap. I think y'all can win that. I think y'all can lock that up. But anyway, who you like going where, and what's your thoughts, D Jones?
They keep talking about Michael Porter Jr. to Detroit. Ironically, I thought it was going to happen yesterday because Brooklyn was here and he didn't play. And usually that means
they
about to trade somebody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we beat him by 53 points.
Yeah. Because he didn't play. Yeah.
We would have won by 43 points.
Yeah, if he had played. Yeah.
Listen, Nest tickets should be free right now.
My problem with Michael Porter Jr. is he often gets hurt.
Yeah.
When he was in Denver, he was kind of doo-doo as the third option. I think anybody can shine in Brooklyn. Like you the man. I don't know how he would be being the second or third option in Detroit. We do need
when he was good and he was healthy and he played well, the Nuggets won the championship, bro.
He's 6'10" and can shoot the rock, bro.
Yeah, he's 6'10", he can shoot and he can slash and he can rebound. He can do all of it.
I don't want to give up good pieces to Brooklyn. And when I watched the game yesterday, we up 53, the bench is in. We actually got decent shooting. We don't play the bench. And we got shooters. So I don't understand it. I'm all for it as long as we don't give up pieces that's going to break the chemistry of the team. We do need shooting. So I hope we do get him. Or I go get Klay Thompson and put him on the bench. You know what I'm saying? We just need somebody who come in, knock down some threes. Because that's all we missing is another three-point shooter. And I think we can make it to the finals. But I'm okay with it. I wish they would hurry up and do something before Thursday. I'm tired of waiting.
You think Ja Morant could make it in Detroit?
No. No.
Listen, don't pay him no mind. As soon as he said, he started laughing.
He knew the answer.
You really having shootouts on I-75?
Oh no,
right.
No. Don't pay Howie no mind. He just
and he loves strip club? No.
Too much. He had the Cartiers on.
Hold on.
You put some Cardis on it? Oh, it's a wrap.
You talking about Memphis with snow? Hell no.
Detroit.
Hey, y'all already got the Lions boy hanging at Coney Island. If they hang out together.
Oh yeah, Jameson. Yeah, Jameson Wilson.
Yeah. I didn't even know Detroit was known for strip clubs like that. So okay, that's another one.
Trick gonna find him right away, dog. Hell no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a Detroit Miami connection with the strip club and Atlanta connection.
Yeah.
Man, listen. Detroit dudes and Florida dudes like the same people, bro. When I was in college, the dudes I clicked with the most was Detroit cats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was wild.
That's not a good thing, Jay. Not a good thing.
Hey man, we are who we are, baby.
Steve, you got the trade deadline. I named the 4 players. Who you see going where? Why?
Well, let me ask you this. I know we're making cracking jokes about John Moran going to Houston or Miami, but those guys, those teams have really good coaches. Is it possible that either one of
No.
Udoka or Spoelstra can put him on the straight and narrow if he went there?
Only if they move in with him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're talking about guys that are kind of like no nonsense. Maybe that's what he needs. He needs a little tough love and some no nonsense to be like, hey,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this for the record. I don't think he would click with Ime Udoka out the gate. That's why I don't think he's going to Houston, because Ime don't play. Ime and Marcus Smart had a whole lot of friction on the Celtics right there, because he don't take all that doing stuff for favors. He just don't play like that.
But that's what he needs. That's the guy needs construction and discipline.
That's why I don't think he's going to Houston. I take Houston right off there. And honestly, Spoelstra might not be like that either. I don't see him going.
No, he don't play around like that.
Yeah, he don't.
And Riles for sure don't play like that.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're saying he need to go to Toronto?
He need to go to Utah.
I was thinking of the most boringest place I could think of.
Utah and Portland. Utah and Portland.
Yeah.
Utah, Portland, Sacramento.
Yeah, one of those teams. That's where he needs to go. So with that being said, I personally think this is what I think. I think Kuminga is going to get traded. I think Porter's going to get traded. I think Kuminga might get traded to the Knicks. Honestly, I think
he need to be traded though, man.
Yeah,
I mean, Golden State missed that.
He wants out of there anyway.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna be traded for a sandwich. I think he out of it. And I think Anthony Davis is gonna be out of there for peanuts. I think he's out of there. And I don't know why. I just think Michael Porter's gonna land on the Pistons. I see that.
He's a really good player, man. I mean, the only thing with Michael Porter Jr. is that he has a legitimate degenerative back issue.
Yeah, he does.
It's like a physical thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when he's available, man, he's tough.
Yeah. So for the record, I think Detroit Pistons is going to make that play. I think the Knicks are going to get Jonathan Kuminga because the Knicks need somebody, and I think they have no problem trading away a couple of the guards that they have, because the Knicks seem like they got too many guards. You know what I mean?
They guard heavy, man.
Yeah, they seem like they got too many guards. But there's going to be a splash by Thursday. So I think my biggest splash besides Giannis, I think it's going to be Michael Porter to the Detroit Pistons. That's what I think. I think that's the biggest thing. Anybody else want to throw in there real fast what we got?
I'm gonna throw some in there real quick. Kawhi Leonard got snubbed from the NBA All-Star team.
He should have been. That ain't no surprise. He
was playing good this year.
No, he's been balling this year.
He's been balling this year. Yeah.
Hold on. He played good the last 35 days. He
averaging 27.
Huh?
He averaging 27.
Yeah, but he ain't played since September. He ain't been playing since September. He came in half the season. So nah.
Listen, if Joe Flacco can make the freaking Pro Bowl, Kawhi Leonard can make the All-Star game, okay?
No.
He played in 35 games so far.
How many games have been played?
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, he played in 35 of them.
To me, you got to play at this point in the season. Maybe you might miss 2 or 3 games, but because you're competing with guys who've played almost entire, if not every game. I don't think it's fair to everybody else. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But if the choice is between him and Bron, you got to take Bron every time.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Howie, tell everybody how they can follow you, bro.
Hey, man, Howie Bizzell, HOWIE BIZZELL. And I'm on my way to LA, man, for Super Bowl weekend and All-Star. Actually, I'm going to leave on Friday All-Star weekend, but I'm going to be there almost the whole week. So I'm back in LA, baby.
I am super jealous because I want to be in LA during All-Star week. I love it.
I'm leaving on Friday, though. I got to go to Chicago for more work, but I'm going to be there during the week. So,
boy, that's going to be a sight to see. And D Jones, tell everybody out there how they can follow you, bro, when you're not driving.
You can follow me at 313 D Jones. The Patriots in the Super Bowl and the Jags ain't. .com.
Jay, tell everybody out there they can follow you, bro.
Hey, the sun is on. Hey, God is on my side because he moved the sun completely out of the way to color out the black that ninja out completely. You can follow me at J.D. Hayes over at Fanbase. We out here, baby. Go Jags.
There it is. And Steve, talk to me.
Follow me and Frank on Facebook and YouTube, Boston Straight Shooters. www.weallwegot.com, baby.
I saw that coming a mile away. All right, y'all.
Is Drake May gonna play? Is Drake May gonna play?
He's playing. He's playing.
I didn't even bring up that
There you
story.
go, chocolate, right there.
I didn't bring up that story. Jay, hilarious. Yo, y'all, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, the show's called Box Seats. We're gonna follow up more about this, talk about some more Super Bowl stuff, more hirings, more firings, more stuff that's moving around. And of course, we're gonna talk about this NBA trade. Look like some stuff is getting ready to jump off. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. We'll see y'all. Peace.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it,
Great show, guys.